everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, like 2 days ago or so, I made a comment on Super Strider 37's video about making a fantasy world monster or creature, and he replied he is still thinking of an idea. So what I'm gonna do is, talk to my other friend about what he has made. To get to my friend, just go a bit more, a bit more, a little bit more, somewhere Shahirish, more, yes, here. You go here, then there it is, Solaris official. Now it's time to see. Has he made a creature I was looking for? Here's the monster. And 3, 2, 1, and... Okay, so we have no monsters to make, and I need a, right here, I need to do something. How could you? Of course I'm not going to do that seriously. It's a robot. No. You're out. And there you go. And no superpowers. That is cheating. And well, Solaris, if you think I am rude, have you ever seen these creatures before? Okay, so here is the explanation, I'm going to call it. Well, you made what I can think of is a gigantic robot. Putting a gigantic robot into a world full of monsters and creatures and nature and sort does not mix together. Here's what is going to happen, Solaris. Beep boop. I'm just gonna lay down here. Yeah, hopefully no big monster from this place kills me. What is that noise? Well, Solaris, let me tell you what on earth a wrecking saurus is. This is a wrecking saurus. These are the lives. These are the like the nature that lives here. Look at this, okay? Here's some creatures that live here. We have the world stomper, a whale sharkosaurus, a hawker stalker, which I accidentally pronounced walker stalker. Hey, I'm supposed to be 3 times my size. Why did you make me minus 3 times my size? A tumor worm. Oh, sorry, here's the face. The other place with the face. A titanocerosier. A titano jaguar, which is just a comically large cat. Meow. A tiger sharkosaurus. Rah. And this guy, who was actually made by the humans on this planet, it is called the Test Object 278. Well, yeah. Why is there humans here? Well, even though people went onto this planet to explore the life here. Here we have a sun star from the oceans of this planet. Look at the difference. A giant robot-looking creature versus a creature which looked like it just belongs in the ocean. A little sea monster. What is the difference between that? And a Schrotosaurus and a Schrotosaurus. This is a Schrotosaurus if you're an idiot, Solaris. Schrotosaurus attack! The Sky Behemoth, which is just the extremely big guy. A Spinosaurus cerosier. Why is it called a Spinosaurus cerosier? Because if Super Strider was on this, planet, then this would be Super Strider because he's a Spinosaurus. Because Super Strider, Super Strider 37, he is a better friend than Solaris. That is confirmed. And then we have the Sea Sky Bassosaurus, which is just a sea serpent, which is also just a airplane. Meow. And then we have the and then the sea bruffer. This guy just goes extremely, well, you can't touch it or else you just basically explode the Cyctosaurium, which is a trachylepod. A trachylepod means it walks on its arms and it does not have hind or front legs, just arms that it walks on. A reef sharkosaurus. A rare sea serpent, which is called the double head. And then what will destroy that thing? We have the Ramkingsaurus, the better version of the Wreckingsaurus. I forgot it had needle-like teeth and a much shorter tail. A Pazar snake, just a very long brown snake. And then we have the pain-faced sea serpent. We have the Oju. The Oju is just a massive insect mutant. Obsidian scorpion. Are you liking the life on this planet, Solaris? Obsidian scorpions? Why the ads? And there is so much more. Get me out of here. I'm stuck in one position. Okay. And there's so much more to know. Like the Gorling, which is just a weird little guy, whatever you can call it. Wait, I need to do something. A house strider. A harvester sea serpent. And a Gorohydrus. A banana. And then a Gorgonatosaurus, Gorga, not Giga, which is just a tiger lizard, gigantic abomination creation, whatever. A golf ruff. The golden guy. He's a chicken, okay? Caca! Who did it? And then a golem that the humans use as spells. Somehow they got access to spells and used that to protect themselves with, and it was, well, useless, because why not they, ship some materials back to this place? Well, this planet was 200 light years away, and there's only one rocket ship which can go to the Earth to this place. One problem, there's only one of that rocket. And it takes about 1 hour to go to the other place. A Devilodon is just a very long little goober. A devil bird, a giant raptor bird creature, whatever it's known to be, which is more related to turkeys than anything. And then the Dorgor. Well, not much is known about the Dorgor. One thing is that it just eats anything. That's only. The Dorgor is also one of the most biggest lizards on this planet for reptiles. A desert cankin, a camel and a chicken mixed, a deep sea wood coral, somehow on land, a crushreal corallium, which has a jet thruster for a face, and then we have the bullet dragon, which is the only dragon on this planet. And then we have the boomerang shark, female and male version. And we have a Bomodon, Kablamos. And then we have a bloodworm, a blood snake, a blind eye snake, a baby larva, a baby E-Rex, which is just a T-Rex and a copy of it, an Ankylosaurus, I think it's called, Ankylosaurus, Kaka! And the female version, Kaka! And there's even more, like an adult larva. It's gonna take some time. Saturn's worm, scorpion mimics. Oh, here it is. Crap. It is huge. One of the biggest things ever. What happened? What the? I'm just gonna leave. Did I just activated a virus or something? And then we have a, try not to laugh here, a Uranus gibberish jabber. Meh. Saturn's worm, the Oviraptorum, something, whatever it's known, uses a gigantic parasite spike thing to hunt. The Indian reptiger is just a tiger and a reptile mixed together. And then the Brongalorium, something, whatever it's known as. And then we have the Alberto turtle, which is the oldest thing to ever exist here. Yes, you heard me right. The oldest thing. He was the very first here. It was the first ever creature living on this planet. It wasn't cells, it was turtles. And now Solaris. Do not, again in your entire life, send me another robot. You know, the drawing robot for like suggestions ago. I will literally, no more friends for me, I'm alone, single, no one to play with, here forever.